Right, mate, talk us through that one. Obviously, again, it just looked like the start played a big role in the end result.
Yeah, it was. We had some different processes that we went through this week. It was fairly new to the guys. Yeah, a bit of a slow start. We got into the rhythm of the game. We started to execute the game the way we wanted to, and obviously the second and third quarters were a lot better. And yeah, just some tired bodies in that last quarter. Even though we stuck at what we wanted to achieve, yeah, it was just disappointing to lose. But in saying that, there was so much gained out of the game for the young group.
So for that little period in the first quarter, they were able to get on top both ground and ground and just have that strong scoreboard impact. It was quite even for a lot of the games, if not you guys being on top in that category. Obviously, you guys translating that to the scoreboard was one of the major issues. Yeah, it was. Looking at our key KPIs and stats, very, very close, and there were a lot of the stats that we were on top of. Yeah, it's just finishing in front of goal and finding a way to goal was our biggest issue today. Tough one to swallow today, because this would have been one I know you would have been targeting as a win, considering what happened down Hobart earlier in the year. It's a tough one to sort of walk away without the points, but at the same time, obviously being so close again. Yeah, it was, and like I said, we had some new processes and plans that we wanted to execute today, and we did that, and we had a lot of wins, little wins around the ground. Obviously, with our Mariners boys away, that does hurt, but the guys that came in played their role and did their job as they were asked. These new processes, was it taking the game one bit more? Because it just seemed like there was a lot of that aspect of the game, just looking a lot of dare in the way you were playing, just obviously not playing safe, obviously trying to move it from defence. Obviously that didn't come out obviously the way you wanted, because that exit kick at times was being chopped off, but it just looked like that was a prime focus just to take the game on every opportunity. Yeah, that's exactly right. We didn't want to leave any stone unturned, and we wanted to play a really attacking type of game. I think we did that. There's just a couple of execution areas there that didn't quite come off, and we'll work on them during the week. Better for these youngsters to learn in that situation, they should learn by taking the game on and doing the opposite. Yeah, I think so. In the attacking game style that we're playing now, there's so much that you can't teach them. It's a mental thing. But where we fell down today, it was basically a skill, and we can work on that, and I think we can get better. And I think in the long run, that'll help us with this attacking style of game plan. And I don't think a win is too far away. What is the biggest lesson then today? Is it that skill aspect, or is it also the concentration to ensure that switched on from the entire four quarters? Because obviously hindsight's a wonderful thing, but just a little bit more competitiveness in that first quarter, then we probably would have been a bit closer to the final side. Yep, I think it's almost like a reaction. We've got to come out and go right from the start. And if you don't play 4 quarters of footy, you don't win games. Yep. And that's basically where slow to start, slow to react, but when we do get going, we've proved that we can match it with the opposition. Youngsters again were impressive, especially down the back line, but I thought your skipper, Nick McKenna, was outstanding. Both obviously forward, round the ground, sort of filling in the ruck, and most definitely in defence, and just obviously repelled attack after attack. Yeah, we continually ask of our older guys, and yeah, Nick really stood up today. I mean, he played in the ruck, he played forward, he played in the back line. Same with all our leaders, and the good find that we had today was the young guys. They're really stepping up and responding to how our leaders are playing. So it's in saying that, it's taken a little bit of load off the leaders by these young guys stepping up. But yeah, like you said, we need a 4-quarter contest, and we need 18 blokes on the ground putting in for that whole 4 quarters too. Look, I thought young Joel O'Donnell, he's only a 15-year-old kid. Sorry about that. Brilliant down back. Darcy Brazendale, I think he's come of age. He's really inspiring down there in the back line for us. Ben Caseless. I mean, everyone in patches had really good games. It's just stringing those patches together and turning them into full 4-quarter efforts. Yeah, had a couple of first games today, at least one. Bates, was that his first game? Andrew Bates, no, he's played a couple of games with us now. Still getting obviously these handful of games that you're getting a taste of them, and
Yeah, it is. Game time is going to be a big factor for these young guys. They are so young, so getting the game time into them is going to be. Yeah, I mean, game time's as good as any sort of practice. So with these young guys, the 15, 16-year-olds, I guess it's a long-term thing with them. Yeah, it's going to benefit them in the long run.
Any injuries at all to that? A couple of youngsters come off in the hands of trainers, but I think most of
Yeah, no injuries as such. We had young Jaden Cox. He was probably down from the start, just with the flu, just a couple of knocks here and there, but just general soreness.
All right, Richard. How do you explain that one? How's the general reaction, obviously, to that? To walk away with the 4 points is obviously the major positive, but it was a patchy sort of game.
Yeah, it was very scrappy, but as you said, we've come up here and we've won the game, so we've got to look at the positives. There was first quarter, I think, was really good from our behalf. We moved the footy really quickly, pretty slick ball movement. Potentially, we should have been a bit further in front at quarter time. As it always is the case up here, it's always tough to win. So, at the end of the day, we're a young group. We've got on the road and we've come away with 4 points. So that's the positive we've got to take out of it.
You mentioned that first quarter. That was your best period of the game. See, in hindsight, it probably could have been a bit cleaner on the scoreboard and just had that sort of break. You probably deserved it at quarter time. It was 9 scoring shots for two at quarter time. Deserved a bit more than 2 goals up. And in the end, that break of something.
Yeah, I mean, we had 20 inside 50s, which was very similar to when we played Burnie down at home earlier in the year. So, but in any competition, if you don't put the teams away and put enough scoreboard pressure on, they can hang in. And to their credit, they hung in basically for the rest of the day. So, as I said, we're just happy to get the 4 points.
We were obviously wary them after last time, but you got out to 5 goals early in that third quarter. It looked like you could have run away with it. How do you assess that period? Are you disappointed you weren't able to run away with it, or is it you know how tough it can be, especially as you guys?
Yeah, I think in that third quarter, I thought when Walters rolled forward a bit and kicked that goal, potentially they got a bit of a run on. I think they kicked 2 or 3 in a row. But to our boys' credit, they stood up when they needed to, and so we're happy to get the 4 points.
Is it a worry, the fact that it was a long period between goals in the second half, or is it just, again, this is one of those games where it's scoring?
Yeah, well, the wind's very unpredictable, as we're all aware, so we assume coming up the scoring going to be down to the left of screen, so to speak, and today there seem to be goals kicked up to the right of screen, which from when we've played up here before, it's always been the other way around. So we had structures in place at the start of the week, depending on which way we were going, and then the way the wind was going, we had to throw them around a little bit. And we're still a very young group as well. So, end of the day, we've weathered the storm enough, and we get back to 6-6, which leads us into a huge game next week against Lauderdale.
What did the best part of today for you? What do you think you did exceptionally well out there, especially early on?
Yeah, I think our foot skills were pretty good early. We practiced during the week about honouring the hit-up lead, which is the way we play with our quick ball movement. We need to be able to hit those targets. So I think we spread the game open really well early with our foot skills. We were doing things quickly. We were aggressive at the contest. So there are a couple of things we focused on the last month, and I think there were signs there we're back on track to playing the footy we want to play.
Individually, who impressed you?
I think Eddie Cole, he's had a really big pre-season, and his form in the last 6 to 8 weeks has been exceptional. He did things quickly, he was hard at the contest, he spread from the contest. So, as a coaching group, we're really happy with his efforts. I thought Michael Biggood was quite good off half-back. He's back in the side because he's a good ball user, and he did that exceptionally well today. Baxter Norton's form continued, he was good again. We played him a bit more on ball rather than the outside and the wing, and I think he gives us that bit of extra speed around the contest. He's a good left foot kick. Young Hutchison I thought was good for 3 quarters. He's chipping, he's zoning off quite well at half back, but then he's using the footy well. So there's some good signs there. I think Charlie White playing behind the ball was good again today. Blake Grant I thought as well, he's played a bit further up the ground. He's generally played a bit closer to goal for most of the year, but with Campbell being out, we had to sort of try and find another midfield rotation, and he's quite silky when he's got the ball in hand, so he's going to cause some headaches for the opposition going forward, I think.
You threw a lot of names out there as a good sign, but it did look from distance to be a good team effort.
Yeah, well, I think we don't have any real stars. We know that we need 22 contributors each week, and we've focused really heavily on the defensive aspects of the game for the last 2 weeks, and we've just got something we're building internally that that's what we focus on most weeks. So if we're hitting our marks there, generally the scoreboard takes care of itself. And we've kept Burnie to 40 for the day, and last week was, I think we kept Tigers to 24. So defensively, our actions are really good at the moment.
Any injuries?
I think Dell hurt himself a little bit in the third quarter. He came off, but it was more precautionary not to put him back on. But apart from that, we've got through pretty good.
Thanks, mate.
Cheers.